My name is James Williams Jr., and I'm going to read you some of this stuff that this guy is exceptionally lucky, or these ladies are exceptionally graceful. I have no idea what country they are in, and if I can read this long ass interview long enough, we'll find out. So, okay. Meet the man who has 39 wives, 94 children, and 33 grandchildren all living under one roof. I'm getting this from Top Buzz, by the way. For many people, getting married and having children is the logical next step on the road of growing up. Not an easy path to go down, but rewards for starting a family of its own can be infinite. Excuse me. I'm like really fucked up after reading the subtitle or the title, whichever. Around the world, marriages have been in very different ways. In some countries, the couples do not meet until the day of their wedding itself. In some cultures, men take more than just one wife. It all depends on what you believe. For one man in India, his faith has led him to make some pretty surprising choices when it comes to starting a family. His name is Zona. I'm probably not saying it right. Ziona. At 67, he is thought to have the world's largest family. For most people, damn it, I just read that. This guy lives in a tiny village in India. Alright, so I'm going to give you his picture now. Alright. His name is Zona. He has an enormous family and all live under just one roof. Zona was born in 1945 in a village of, what the fuck is that? Baktawng. As you can imagine, Zona's upbringing was far from ordinary. His father was the founder of the Christian sect. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Let's spell that out for you. SECCHANAPAWL. That's him. The first established by Zona's father in 1942, today unique sect has more than 2,000 followers who who all live in the village that I spelled out. BAKTAWNGTLANGNUM. The CP, that's my abbreviation for all this, are famous for their skills in woodworking, but more famous for their practice of polygamy. This sect takes polygamy very seriously, and Z and his bride lead the example. In the last year alone, Z married 10 more women. None of the women are forced into this union. In fact, many are happy to accept the proposal because just the bride-to-be often comes... Okay, I don't know what this is, so I guess it's destitute. I don't know, I'm going to spell it out for you. DESTITUE. Families. There's those brides. Now, for a place in India, they should look right damn Chinese to me. If they're Indian, they don't look like the Indians with the dots. So it's probably somewhere between Kyrgyzstan and India. I probably didn't say that right either. It's an Asian country. We're just going to leave that right there. While their relationships might be unconventional, Z and his wives each date and courted in a traditional fashion. His wife, holy hell moly, how the frack you say that? His wife, RINKMINI, Rikmini, RINKMINI, M-I-N-I. Awesome. What the fuck was her nickname in school? Rank? Rink? Whatever. Says that he pursued her after spotting her in a village one day. She was flattered. He is the most handsome person in the village, she said. Okay, lady. I'm just scrolling up now. I'm only going to read the bold print. Because the thin, tiny print that makes you need glasses is basically saying the same damn thing. For many people, the idea of raising all these children, taking care of all these wives might seem totally overwhelming. But Z takes it like he was born to mind them all. Today I feel like God's special child. He's given me so many people to look after, he said. I consider myself a lucky man to be the husband of 39 women, the head of the world's largest family, said Z. However, running a family of this size is no small feat. In fact, in order to keep everything in order, Z relies on military tactics. Okay. There he is, and that's one of his wives. There he is, and all his children. Okay, where was it? Military tactics. Z relies on his first wife. What the hell, man? Zatangi? I'm going to spell that out for you. Zatiangi. To help him. Every day she assigns each wife one chore to do around the house. Damn. She's a Z too, so Z number 2 may be in her 70s, but she's still spry and delicate. Yeah, I bet she's delicate. And she always makes sure that everyone has something to do. Okay, there's some kids doing chores. God bless them all. If I could marry 5 women and not go to jail, each one would only be allowed to have 1 kid. Only 1. And I would only marry 5 women. 3 women is probably more than enough, but 5 would be the max. Alright. So because so many people make up the family, they get up early and say their morning prayers and to start work by no later than 5:50 a.m. every single day. They work all day long, breaking an early evening for a meal to enjoy together as a family. Good Lord. There's some of his sons. As you can imagine, cooking dinner for a giant group is no small feat. In just one meal, the family can eat 100 pounds of rice, 44 pounds of what in the hell is this? legumes, and 77 pounds of meat. Here you thought your family went through a lot of groceries. Yeah, no shit. I hope they have their own processing plant. Okay, so there's the wife cooking. Yeah, one of the wives cooking. Got 39 wives, for fuck's sake. He getting busy. Your family is large. An average home just won't do. Z, number 1, built his home on the side of a mountain with space for everyone. The room contains more than 100 rooms, including giant communal bathrooms for all his wives. He's got a nice house. Don't like the color, but he's got a nice house. You guys can find all this on Top Buzz, by the way. Top Buzz, you should give me a job. Though the women sleep together in a shared dorm-like spaces, Z himself has a private room with a large bed. Each one of his wives gets to spend 1 week sharing Z's room and bed with him. It sounds tricky, but the wives claim there is no jealousy. Sure, there's no jealousy. there are 3 of the wives. I'm pretty sure he's not going to have all 39 of them unless that was the picture I showed earlier. Each wife saves, each wife, save for their position. Whoa, totally read that wrong. Each wife, save for the most, menopause a lot, gets to spend a week in, what the fuck? PU, capital Z, IONA, that's Z number 1. During this period, she takes care of all his needs. Don't post menopausal wives need love too. Okay. So I guess this is the village in which they live in. Don't have me lie to you. To make things easier for himself, Z places the younger wives in a dormitory that are closer to his own room, while his older wives have rooms that are further away. It sounds like the situation is designed for breeding hostilities, but Z insists that his wives all love and respect each other. Oh my, I think I got them all. I don't think that they're all in the picture, but here you go. And clearly these young women aren't afraid of dick. Any dick. The older women can no longer produce children, tend to act as midwives and nursemaids for the children, and the younger wives produce. With a family like this, with a family like Z's, that is a constant growing. It is nice to see how much they look out for each other. It's amazing that none of them have killed each other. I guess that's the newest edition. We don't need any nurses or doctors at the children's birth. Z's son, what the hell? Parliana proudly shares, our women folk had enough experience, and no woman in the house has suffered from any sort of complications during or after delivery. How did this reporter find this stuff? The family pride itself is being self-sufficient. Grow their own food, working the farmland themselves. They also have a school on their property where all the children receive a qualified education. They are the village unto themselves. They are a village unto themselves. That's them working in the garden, people. With a family this size, you might think that Z is all set for new brides, but although he is now 67, he has not ruled out the possibility of adding more wives and children to his family. To expand my sect, I am willing to even give a U.S. to marry, he said. Dude, don't come here. That's a very bad make. There's some more of his children. I think this personally, if I'd have been any other person, like me 10 years ago, this guy would have been my hero. But after 5 wives, dude, you're 30 plus too many. As of now, Z has not announced any heirs to who will lead the family after he passes on. Hopefully the family will unite and survive losing their patriarch and continue practicing their faith, and a humorous way of living even years after he has left the earth. So there he is again. While Z has chosen himself for his family that might have an unconventional way to make both him and his family very happy, isn't I guess financing to learn how other people live. Okay, I totally bleeped that out. Isn't it fascinating to learn how other people live their lives? Share this crazy story with your friends below. Oh, I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it. My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. B, C, and U. I'm sorry this took a whole 15 minutes, but I was kind of shocked and baffled and was fucked up while trying to read this shit.